But yes, I agree. I like to see Law and Order and even Star Trek too in the wild, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, spontaneous viewings are always the best because you're like, ooh, which one is this? And then you figure it out, and then you get all excited. Your mouth gets ready for the plot to unfold.
Yeah, because I have YouTube TV, and I started recording Law and Order, and Dennis said he just likes to turn on TV and Law and Order be on, which I agree with. I think that's pretty great. I feel the same way about Star Trek. Like sometimes I'll just watch Star Trek. I think that's why I watch it every day on Heroes and Icons. It's because it's just on, and I feel like if Star Trek is going to be on, I might as well watch it. You know, the first time I saw this episode,
what was I was waiting for something. I was waiting for something to come on the other day, and I was flipping through the channels because I needed to kill some time. And Star Trek Next Generation was on. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll watch that. And it was the one with Famke Janssen in it, where she bonded with Picard.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why Picard didn't fall in love with her and keep him for his own. I understand because it's the right thing to do, but
to prevent a war, buddy.
That was a tough one to pass up.
Yeah.
That was a tough one to pass up. The first time I saw tonight's episode I was just watching Heroes and Icons, and it was on. And I liked it then, and I like it now.
Yeah.
So that's how I've been watching Voyager, too, just watching them when they're on TV. Sometimes I should go to bed.
Yeah, when I flipped on the old YouTube TV, I saw that Voyager was on. I was like, nah. I'll skip that one.
I'm good. I'm going to spend like 2 years with this show soon enough. Yeah. No point in watching it now. Hello, Jenny. Hello, James.
Hello.
Can't hear you, Jenny.
We can't hear you, Jenny. Let's see here. How close are we to the Law and Order podcast anyway? Jesus.
Hey, no lip from you, James.
You're a guest here.
Keep your comments to yourself about Law and Order.
And technically the show hasn't even started yet. I'm just recording. 27. We're at 27 people.
That's how many you have, or that's how many you need?
Well, that's how many we have. We have 27 Patreons as of right now.
And you're shooting for 100?
We said 50 we do Law and Order. I think we dropped the number to 50.
We might drop it to 30.
To be all honest, we might already be doing Law and Order podcast. We just haven't officially changed the format of the podcast yet.
Did you see the meme that I made about that?
No. Where was it?
It was on the Dork Trek. I sent it out at Dork Trek, but
okay, then I gotta. All right, let me. For some reason, I don't know why. Like Twitter's weird like that. Like sometimes I see a lot of your stuff, and sometimes I don't see any of it.
That's why I use TweetDeck, baby.
There was a period there for a while. I thought I was like getting kicked off of Twitter because I would post stuff and there would be no reaction to it from anybody.
Boom! There we go.
No, there it is. I see it, Lauren. That's really good, Dennis. That's really good. I like that a lot.
I made another one yesterday, but I got no likes, no comments. I thought it was
what the L'Oreal because she's worth it.
Yeah,
thing?
Man. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
it took me 3 minutes to do it, but
yeah, because they got hair now. The Klingons. I wonder how they're going to explain that one.
I don't know.
So I haven't watched Discovery yet. Did they really steal the 2 dick theory?
Yes.
Yeah. Why would we make that up?
I couldn't tell if you were joking or not.
No.
First they just alluded to it, like Lorca made kind of a snide comment that alluded that Klingons have different genitalia than humans do.
And then later on in the season, there was a Klingon peeing on a wall, and there were 2 streams. So
is one dick bigger than the other?
I don't know. I would just say they're probably equal in size, I guess.
It probably varies from person to person.
Yeah, it's like your balls.
Or it's like boobs.
Yeah, it's like titties. Yeah. Right, Jenny? I still can't hear Jenny.
You know what? The same thing happened to me last week. It might be the audio settings in Zoom. Like right next to the microphone, hit that arrow and make sure it has your microphone selected.
To be fair, Jenny has like 10 microphones set up though. So who knows which one?
One of them's got to work.
Yeah, one of them's got to work. Time was Jenny had one microphone. Now she's got 10.
Jimmy Stewart's here again.
See.
Time was. Tomorrow I'm going to Mystery Science Theater 3000. I'm really excited about that.
Was it a Fathom event?
No, it's actually live at the Taft Theater. It's like MST3K live.
I forgot all about that. I wanted to go to that.
It was like $57, which isn't terrible.
Are they doing the meet and greet afterwards?
I'm not sure.
They told me I asked them on Twitter. They said there was like a VIP ticket for the meet and greet, but when I looked it up, I only saw the one ticket price.
Yeah, I don't know. I just bought tickets. Who's knocking at my front door?
Was that me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Yay!
There you go. Jenny.
I still don't know how to use this word.
You're coming through double.
God.
Here, keep talking, Jenny.
I don't like this.
You sound fine.
Okay.
Yeah, the board's complicated. That's why I got rid of mine. I just got a Yeti because it's just one cord. There's a lot of work to do for one microphone because I was only doing one microphone. Like, why am I going to set up a whole fucking board for one mic?
Well, Justin does shit different than I do. Like, he has all kinds of extra shit. He's got like a board, like a sound clip board and stuff plugged into it. So he does all these different things. And like, I come up here and I'm like, one of these buttons is different. I don't know which one it is, but one of them made it not work.
What's wrong with this?
How does my audio sound, Bob? Because I actually just switched to a external microphone.
You sound fine.
Yeah. Because the last time I was on, I thought my audio sounded weird.
Nope. You sound wonderful.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Can anybody see me?
Nope.
God damn it.
You can't see me.
I updated to Mojave,
What's that?
the Macintosh operating system,
Ah.
and it's Mojave. I understand how to fucking speak. I'm being
How to speak Californian.
Yeah, we don't see. You're just a blank screen. I don't even see your Jimmy Stewart.
Well, no, if I stop the video, then Jimmy comes.
There he is.
Have you tried turning on your lights?
Have you tried paying my light bill? No, I think we've established that. No. Yes, I
Present them.
audio, video. Yeah, and even in the shit.
Maybe go to the little arrows down at the bottom and select your camera.
Well, that's the thing is I've got the camera on my
Your genitalia. Is that the darkness of your bunghole?
That's exactly what it could be.
It's your gaping bunghole.
I'm wondering though if maybe there's some kind of way that
You filming a gaping video, Ben?
Hey, now he's gone all together. He was offended by your questioning.
The suspenseful ending.
Jenny.
Hello.
Hello. I like your hair, Jenny.
Oh, thank you. I need to get it recolored, but I can't find anybody that'll freaking do it for me.
What about your daughter? Your daughter doesn't do stuff like that?
No, but I'm going to ask her if she'll do it anyway, just because I can't find anybody else.
Yeah, I would think she would be all about that.
You can't find anybody willing or anybody able to do it, right?
Either at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a guy that used to do my hair for me, and I messaged him, and he said, yeah, sure, no problem. And then like a month goes by, and he still hasn't messaged me back. So I, hit him up again, and I'm like, hey, I need to get this done soon. Nothing. Fuck you then. I was going to pay you money.
You messing up my hair. I'm trying to look fresh to death. Trying to look fly. So, Jenny, how are you feeling about Roman Reigns? Are you okay? Did you have a rough night with him revealing he has...
It was sad.
Yeah.
Really sad. I mean, I don't really have a particular feeling about him one way or the other. Like I felt like people were kind of being shitty when they would just boo him all the time for no reason. But I mean, one way or the other, it's just sad.
Did he announce it on the show?
Yeah. Because I guess I was reading that he hadn't been on WWE television for a couple weeks, and they suspected an injury, and then he came out and announced he had leukemia again. Because I guess he had it in the past, but it was in remission. But I guess it's come back. That's got to be scary.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting for Ben. We're joined this week by James Thomas.
Hello.
Who really wanted to talk about the ship.
This is the episode I've been waiting for.
Such a great title.
The
I
ship.
really spent hours thinking of this one.
What should we call this episode?
Should we go with something Shakespearean? I don't know.
Ship of fools, if you will. Nope, just the ship.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
It was either the ship or Gangsta's Paradise.
Duh ship.
That would have been awesome.
Duh D-A
They
ship.
could have named it after the B story. Quark and Julian go to jail.
That was the shortest B story in the history of B stories. That B story wasn't even worth mentioning if we're just going to get right into it.
Yeah, it was only there so that we knew that Kira was coming with the Defiant.
Yeah, that B story was completely stupid. Like, there was nothing to it.
Even the other characters in the story didn't care about the B story. They're like,
Yeah.
Anyway, we got other shit to worry about. I don't care.
There's some real shit going on. We ain't got time to talk about no spiders.
What do you think Odo said when he saw that in the script, Bob?
He's like, I don't understand. Can't I just have the week off? Why does this need to be here?
You want a paycheck, motherfucker?
I was going on vacation with my family. I don't understand. I don't understand why I'm here. Did you listen to the whole episode last week where I put in the sound bites for it?
Yeah. Brag all you want.
I didn't know you were doing post-production. Now I got to start listening to the show after it comes out.
Yeah, I put in at the very beginning, before the show even started, before like the intro, it was Cisco saying,
I was
brag
like,
all you
What the
want,
fuck is happening? And I was like, oh, okay.
but nothing can come between me and my blood wine. And then at the very end, before the closing music, it was, I don't understand. I wanted to switch them up, but I was really happy that I was able to find the brag all you want clip.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to use that every
We
week.
need a soundboard.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I know. So that's why we don't have one.
Well, I mean, I can add stuff in like I did this week or last week, and I'll probably
I
continue
don't
to have
want
that be the intro for a while because that shit just made me weak. Brag all you want, but don't get between me and the blood wine.
Who haven't I punched yet?
I'ma punch all you motherfuckers. Yeah, we're just waiting on Ben. But yeah, the B story for the ship, we can knock that out while Ben's not here.
I think he's having too much trouble. He was just messaging me. He's having too much trouble with his camera, and he's like, he might just skip.
So just because his camera doesn't work, his audio still works though. He realizes this is an audio podcast.
Yeah.
Where 99% of the people who enjoy it listen to it in their ear holes and not with their eyeballs.
He doesn't want to disappoint the patrons.
Mm-hmm. That's probably what it is. Or he's just being a little bitch.
I'd say that one.
Why can't it be both?
It could be both. He's a little bitch that doesn't want to disappoint the Patreons. Just tell him to come on and don't worry about it.
Yeah, come on.
Come
Yeah.
on, my face.
Oh! Come on, oh baby, come on. Let me show you where the action is. All right, so let's just wait for Ben to see if he's going to come or not.
Nice.
I don't know if he's gonna.
Come on, Ben, come.
You might need some stimulants.
He is at that age, right?
I think so, yeah.
Well, you would know firsthand,
I'm not saying anything.
especially when he's not here. I guess that you're right. That's not fair.
Yeah, if he
Come
was
on,
here, I
James.
would make fun of him.
Yeah.
Spill the tea, baby.
But that's true. That's not fair. He's not here to defend himself. So, all right. So so the B story for this is really dumb. this is the only time we see all of them, all 4 of them. We see them for this moment and this moment only. We see Kira, Quark, Odo, and Julian for a total of like 45 seconds, probably.
Maybe
Maybe a minute and a half
stretch it to a minute.
tops. They get drug into Cisco's office, who's being manned by Kieran and Reese at the time because Cisco is out on a mission, and I guess Julian needed some spiders so he could make some kind of antidote or something, right?
it's supposed to help with their vascularization, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
For her space pregnancy.
It's just
Yeah.
some bullshit they had to make up for 30 seconds of dialogue, basically.
yeah, and it serves no purpose. Like, it's just like, yeah, I got to get out of here. I don't have time for this. I need to go get the Defiant and bring it to this planet.
Just another moment of humor in this rolling, hilarious episode.
Yeah.
Which the only thing that I thought out of that whole sequence was when Kira left with the Defiant and said she was going to be gone a week. Who was in charge of the station?
The next ranking official.
Eddington. Oh no! What have we done?
Like that goes back to like the argument that I always have with TOS when Kirk, Spock, Bones, Scotty, Sulu, Chekhov, and Uhura all beam down to the planet. Who's manning the ship?
Nurse Chapel.
Yeah, exactly.
Nurse Chapel. So I guess the next highest ranking official would be, I guess, Julian, right?
Odo?
Even though he'd be in jail?
Julian's in jail. So
Yeah,
it's got to be Odo.
I don't think he went to jail.
Odo puts everybody in jail.
Yeah.
Mhm.
His sex dungeon.
Yeah.
Put the lotion on those good or it gets the hose.
Takes him
Odo was making a human skin suit the entire time.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just didn't even see it.
Totally. I mean, come on. I think at this
He
point
can't-
it's obvious.
He can't make a human face. Well, now he can't anyways, but before he couldn't make one, so he just peeling them off prisoners.
Yeah, because
And
now
wearing them as masks.
he can't shapeshift, so he's just using human skin to make things that he wants, like lampshades and,
Yeah.
and
Like if
things
you'll notice, you have to really pay attention when they go around the station, but there's like chairs that are missing upholstery
yes.
because he's taking them and like throwing them.
I'm a chair.
Sit on me.
I don't understand why no one thinks I'm a chair. Doesn't make sense. But yeah,
Somebody heavy comes walking and he's like, "Oh, I'm not a chair anymore."
no, I'm not the chair anymore. Sorry, buddy. This episode's pretty great. It's pretty straightforward. There's an away team for some reason in the Gamma Quadrant. I don't even really know what they're doing.
They're doing a geological survey of this planet because there's some minerals that they want to mine. So they got to see if there's enough to make it
But
worth it.
why are they doing it in the Gamma Quadrant? There's nothing like this in the Alpha, Beta, or Delta Quadrant. This is the only quadrant that has these particular minerals.
Well, they don't have easy access to the Delta Quadrant, buddy. There's no wormhole there.
I'm just saying, though, they can't find this anywhere else in the galaxy, only here?
I don't know, man.
I mean, that's just how space works.
Plot device, bro.
That's right.
Plot device.
Planet is filled with plot devices.
Like it'd be pretty unbelievable that what they've known about this wormhole for 5 years now, that they would have found this mineral that's crucial, that they need to mine. The
Mhm.
DS9 needs to mine, not the Federation, not
No.
some civilian enterprise or something like that. DS9 needs to go mine this.
Julian wants to mine it because it's all roofies. This whole planet is roofies and lube.
Yeah.
So they're on Riker 1.
Yeah, and Riker's like, I need this planet. Roofies and lube, it's all me.
We've already found the planets with a GH. Now this one has the B. We're
Yeah,
all good.
baby. We all about this planet. We gonna get it all.
I named this Rohypnol 7.
What's sad is that actually sounds like it would be the name of a planet in Star Trek.
Hey, you know what? It could be in our role playing game. Maybe I'll throw that one in somewhere.
Everybody's memory gets a little foggy when they beam down to the
What
planet.
are we doing here, bro?
Why does my butt hurt?
I don't remember. My mouth tastes weird. I can't find my belt.
Why is my shirt untucked?
I don't understand. My mouth is all crusty.
Yeah, so they're on this planet and they're doing their thing, looking for this mineral, this element, if you will.
Yeah, and you can pretty much tell right off the bat, Muniz isn't going to make it. He's getting way too much character development.
Spoiler alert.
And you know what? I
knew right away. I was like, this guy's going to fucking die.
Yeah.
Ensign Human Shield.
Yeah. Ensign Red Shirt. I feel, you know what though, man? It's like, I would have liked this death to mean more. And I think it could have if they would have put it on a different character, maybe even a different auxiliary character, because it's something that Deep Space Nine does so well. Yeah. Is like they kind of develop these characters where you learn to care about them. But this was just like, I mean, they might as well have just written like dead guy over his head the whole time he spoke, like in The Sims.
You know what I'm saying? A couple times before.
I was gonna say, wasn't
like,
he?
I remember him, but he didn't have like any kind of pivotal role or any kind of significant. Like I think he busted chops with O'Brien before.
I don't remember him at all.
I was gonna say he was established as O'Brien's friend, basically.
O'Brien's Hispanic friend.
I don't know when. Like when have I seen this guy? Like what other episodes?
He was in the Prison Jail of the Mind episode. That one where O'Brien was in psychic jail for 20 years.
Oh, I don't remember him in that at all.
I don't remember him in that episode.
I think he was in the one where Odo killed the other changeling. I think he was in that one too.
Yeah, because I'm reading he was on board the Defiant when it rendezvoused with the ship in the Delta Quadrant. The two Jem'Hadar ships attacked. They tried to escape by entering the atmosphere of a nearby gas giant. The Defiant followed the ships into the atmosphere where it was fired upon and severely damaged. O'Brien sent him into the Jeffries tube with Dax to fix some eternal force fields. He later returned to engineering to help O'Brien, blah, 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 blah. That was in Starship Down.
Yeah, I think that's the one where he kills the Odo kills the other changeling.
And then I guess he was in Hard Time too. He was several months later. Muniz took charge of engineering. But I mean, like,
that's the one that James was talking about.
Come on! I don't remember you, buddy. I mean,
they haven't really set anybody else up to fill that role, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, like anybody. I mean, just give me somebody. It just felt so tacked on.
Yeah, he's not a very well-developed character at all.
I mean, it didn't. His death doesn't have any lasting effects for the show, but I think it played out well for the episode.
No, it was too obvious for me. Like a bunch of other people died and nobody cared. Like, why do I have to care about this guy?
Because he died slowly.
Yeah. I mean, the only interesting part about him was the fact that Worf was like, "Just let him die.
Yeah.
Stop being so nice to
everybody."
You guys
I was actually more interested for a minute because I thought he might have been a changeling because they were being like really weirdly careful to not show his wound.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe he's not actually bleeding and he's like trying to cover up like the changeling juice or whatever.
He's gooing out, if you will.
Yeah, he's gooing out all over the place.
We got a gooer.
And then I thought that he might be the one that they were coming after. Like they're saying, oh, there's something in there that we want. So maybe it's him and like he's the changeling or whatever. So it was like weirdly like on target with what they were going for.
Jenny, you know what? You just made this episode a lot better.
I was reaching for something to be better.
You just made this episode way, way better. Like in my mind, the Jenny episode of this is like a 9. Like that's perfect. Like think about if Muniz is a changeling, and that's wonderful.
Yeah, and he's a spy the whole time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow, I really like that episode a lot.
That would have a lot of ramifications going forward too.
Yeah.
Who can you trust?
Who can you trust? And I mean, that's going to be a theme. I mean, it already kind of is a theme. Yeah, I love that Invasion of the Body Snatcher style, like sci-fi.
All right, get Ronald Moore on the phone. Tell him he dropped the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if he wrote this episode.
It was the only name I could think of.
Well, I mean, this isn't a podcast of misinformation here, man. If you're gonna be spitting some shit, you got to spit some shit, son. This episode was written by Hans Beamer or whatever his name is, directed by some lady, Kim Freeman. Never heard of her. But yeah, man, this is that just made it really good, Jenny. Now I'm just thinking of all the ramifications, yo.
We'll write the fan version of it.
We will. The fan version will be much better.
You don't have to actually change a whole lot, you know.
No.
Yeah.
You just, because I mean, there's a changeling on board anyway. It's just hiding in the ceiling and leaking all over the place.
Just combine those deaths.
Yeah. Into one death and bang, changeling.
Yeah.
But then I guess if that happens, because Munez does die, Frankie Munez does die pretty early in the episode. I guess he dies about like what, the 30-minute mark. Then you got to fill 30 more minutes. Then we can find out what happened with the spiders. Right?
Yeah.
And then that whole thing.
They go to Quark and Julian in the jail cell, like playing gay chicken with each other.
So how long do we have to wait till we have sex with each other?
Which one's going to use the toilet first?
15 minutes. I think we're good.
All right, whip it out. Let me see that for Ringy
Let's
doll.
compare.
Yeah. Who's ever smaller has to take it. But yeah, so so they crash land. The ship crash lands on this planet, and then Cisco gets all stoked because he's like, "Oh shit, dude! Like, that's a Jem'Hadar ship. This thing is the what is? What are his exact words?
This is the intelligence find of the last 10 years.
Right. Calm down, Cisco.
Well, I mean, you know, finding a Jem'Hadar ship is pretty awesome. I mean,
He's still buzzed on that blood wine.
yeah, he's like,
I'm so drunk.
how long does it take to recover from like major facial Klingon surgery enhancement?
About 4.5 minutes.
I mean, you think that's a major procedure, right? Like, unless it's all like holographic and they're doing it by bending light, you think that's a lot to do to someone's face, and they do it so easily.
I know, like I would begin plastic surgery all the time.
Yeah.
What was the TNG episode where Worf's Russian brother was
Yeah, I saw.
saving those people?
I saw that one the other day. That was
They
a good
did.
one.
They were doing the facial reconstruction thing on that one. Like it was a light switch. Like they would change Worf's face, send him down. He would come back. They'd change him back, and then they would put the new face back on him, send him back down.
What's his name? The actor's name from Goodfellas
Paul Sorvino.
and Law and Order.
Yeah.
Paul Sorvino, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
It goes back to Law and Order.
yep, and I watched the episode recently where
Law and Order?
no, this was a Star Trek episode. Surprisingly, it was the TNG episode where the counselor or Troy, they changed her face to look like a Romulan. Yeah,
She
I saw
woke up
that.
Romulan.
Yeah, she woke up Romulan. Like, dude, how much did I fucking drink last night? I woke up and I'm a Romulan.
Riker!
Holy shit. I mean, I knew I was fucking wasted, but Jesus, Riker.
He really got into role playing that time.
Like, all right, this is what we're going to do. Get the doctor up here. She's going to change her.
You'll be my Romulan torturer.
You'll be my Romulan torturing whore, and we're going to have hot sex. It's going to be so awesome. I've always wanted to do this. Yeah. Oh.
That's right. I see 5 lights, baby.
I know there's only 4.
No, this Fox spanked me harder. Whip me good. But yeah, I'm just, I don't know. Like, but yeah, so they see this Jem'Hadar ship, and everybody on the ship is Predator style. They're all hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
There's a couple Predator things in this episode.
Was the ship upside down? I thought they said it was upside down. But then when they went inside, everything they were like walking right side up everywhere.
It wasn't upside down?
I thought that's what they said.
Because they said the bottom of it, like the hatch where the troops would come out, but then, like you said, everything was right side. No, because everything was on the ceiling. Remember?
Yeah, but when they were in the computer room, well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, no, it was upside down because the control panels
It's
were
a fucking low ceiling then.
Yeah, because because when they were trying to get the ship out of the rock, they were all they had their hands in the air. And
If I stood on my ceiling, there's no way I could reach anything.
Let's try it.
Where's Lionel Richie at?
Dancing.
It's gonna be dancing on the ceiling. But yeah,
Jem'Hadar on the ceiling.
Tetris so white now. Have me dancing on the ceiling. But yeah, so they had all these dead guys hanging from the ceiling, but they were on the floor. Now I'm confused.
So apparently, like the
Something
reason
like
why
that.
they crashed is like their inertial dampeners failed.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't understand why people don't use this to like sabotage more ships. Everybody would die instantly if you turn off the inertial dampeners.
Yeah, I mean
They stopped you from feeling the ship slowing down and speeding up.
their body was thrown all about. Every bone in their body was broken.
Yeah, they really should have been splattered everywhere.
Yeah, that would have been a lot cooler. But they probably didn't have the. I mean, they couldn't show Munez's like bloody wound. They're not going to have a budget for just piles and piles of goo. They need 29 piles of goo.
Discovery would.
Yeah, that's true. Discovery would.
Yeah.
That would all be computer enhanced goo, and computer graphics at this point are so cheap. The special effects.
Yeah, it'd be like Lawnmower Man or something.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
And I don't know how you guys feel, but I don't like the CG blood.
It depends. Sometimes it just depends on how much effort they put into it. Sometimes it looks good. Sometimes it doesn't.
I'm
Practical
very.
effects are always better than computer graphics.
I agree.
If you can pull off a practical effect, it's always going to be better than something computer generated.
And I think that's why some of those movies hold up, like Evil Dead 2, for example, holds up really well, like because of all of the non-CG stuff. I used to love watching that film. Like the director's commentary for that is so interesting because like Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi's brother, they just walk you, like he'll just tell you how he did the shots. He's like, oh yeah, I did this. And it's like, that's fucking cool, you know? So I always thought that was pretty interesting. And yeah, it makes it kind of more, like you said, more practical, more realistic looking, if you will, holds up better. Because, I mean, there's nothing worse than watching old CG. Like, try watching
First episode of Doctor Who from 2005.
That. Try watching, but I mean, television, I think,
Mannequins.
television I'll give a little bit more of a leeway to because of budget limitation. You know what I'm saying? Because you can only do so much with a TV budget. I don't really know Doctor Who all that well, but I mean, I can't imagine the production budget for a Doctor Who episode is millions and millions of dollars.
I mean, it shows in that whole first season, actually.
Yeah. It was pretty bad.
My wife and I have been rewatching Smallville and getting into the later seasons, like Metropolis. The whole cityscape is computer animated, and it's just ridiculous looking.
Oh, really?
But I mean, like even when you watch like Attack of the Clones, you know, the CG and that sucks. Like when they're going through the robot, the droid factory, and you know what's this? Padme and Anakin are on that conveyor belt. It looks like
Doing the Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
You might as well have the goddamn music going. Dun 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 dun.
Mario Brothers have better special effects.
Dun dun dun.
When she falls in the thing, it goes. Choo, choo, choo.
So I mean, I don't know. So I always try to give television a little more leeway. I did see a great tweet though. If the guy said that if he won the lottery tonight, which is $1.6 billion,
He would remake The Last Jedi.
No, he would personally pay to get DS9 and Voyager in HD. Like he would front the bill for that.
Wow.
Yeah, that'd be cool, right? I'd be down for that.
I mean, I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. They said that they said it would never be done with TNG, but they did it. So
Well,
I don't know what the holdup is.
I mean, at some point, though, it's got to be kind of worth it for them to do. And if you look at the numbers of DS9 and Voyager compared to those of TNG, they're just not there. The TNG had huge numbers, or the other two programs not so much. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna because with the 25th anniversary of DS9, like there's renewed interest in it.
Yeah,
And it'll be the same thing with Voyager when it's 25th.
No, son. Ain't no. I've watched the first couple episodes. There ain't no interest in that.
Yeah, but all the young children, they love that show. For some
Voyager's not that bad, man.
Voyager sucks, dude. I'm telling you.
See, that's an age test right there. If you think Voyager is okay, that means you're a youngin.
Dude, they fucking wipe out all the conflict in the first episode.
Yeah.
At the end
That
of the
first
first
season could have been so badass.
That first season could have been dope as fuck. But they're like, oh, you guys are here. Put these uniforms on, Maki. Now you guys are Starfleet. There you go. Ta-da! That wiped it all out.
Imagine a whole season of you don't know who to trust. You
Yeah,
don't trust your crewmate.
you don't know who to trust in the middle of fucking nowhere. You're
There's
70.
fights in the mess hall.
Yeah.
Fights in the holodecks.
You know, like Janeway's constantly looking over her shoulder because she doesn't know if she can trust Chakotay. No, they
She
BFFs.
beams off the ship, and then Chakotay pretends like the transporter doesn't work anymore. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know what happened. Sorry.
So here's an idea then,
Keep
Bob.
going, baby.
When we get to Voyager,
Wheel of Voyager. Can't wait. I'm
uh,
gonna rig that motherfucker so I never have to watch.
when we get to Voyager at the end of the first season,
I don't know. I got the best luck. I got the worst luck. I lose every week. I don't understand. How does this happen?
there should be an episode. There should be a Dork Trek episode where you review like recap the whole season and then talk about how we could have made it better.
We could do that. I'm cool.
We'll be
I
doing
like
that the
that.
whole time
Yeah,
anyway.
we'll be doing that the whole time. Well, I mean, they did have one instance of it where I guess before they made the Puerto Rican Klingon, before they made her chief engineer, because what's it called had a chief engineer who died, and then his second in command took over. But Alana Torres was better at it, but she didn't go to the Starfleet Academy and stuff. She was all awkward and weird about kind of giving her suggestions and stuff. And then by the end of the episode, everything's cool.
Yeah. Now you're in charge.
And the guy and the dude, and you know it's bullshit because it's a boy who's like, "Yep, you're the boss now, Puerto Rican Klingon." Like that ain't gonna happen. Come
That
on.
one dude in TNG didn't even want to let Geordi on the bridge.
Yeah, you blind and black and dumb. Like I don't want you around.
Go stand in the back of the bridge.
What was his
Yeah.
name? Lieutenant Kruger or something like that?
I think his lieutenant. His name was Lieutenant Klansman.
Lieutenant Hitler.
Yeah, it was Lieutenant Hitler. Lieutenant Bubba Hitler.
That name's totally fine now. It's the 24th century.
Yeah, dude, it's cool, bro. Don't worry
Given
about
the time.
it. I'm not a no. That's not true.
Me
Get
and
on my bridge.
Ensign Bin Laden, we're cool now.
Fucking Lieutenant Commander Pol Pot. We're good. We're good. But yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, but Jenny, I like your suggestions. Munoz should have been the
Should have been a
change.
changeling.
It would have been
Because-
interesting.
It would have been a lot more interesting. And this is an interesting episode because then the one lady, the Vorta lady, shows up.
The sexy Vorta.
She looks like a sexy Marie Osmond.
Yeah.
Like,
She kind of reminded me of Diana from V,
I could see that.
showing her cleavage off and everything.
I was getting, like I said, I was getting a slutty Marie Osmond vibe off of her. Like if Marie Osmond had like a prescription drug problem and she wasn't so Mormon anymore. And she's like, I got to show off these goods, these titties to make money for my prescription drugs. I got to get that clarity.
It was weird to see a Vorta like wearing something besides their drab uniforms.
Yeah.
That we've seen so far, because they had a lady Vorta before,
Yes.
but she dressed the same as what's his face, Wei-Yun.
And I think they could have got her and Cisco on the same page if they would have given her bigger hoop earrings.
Yeah.
Because then that would have showed that she would have been down and like the pineapple haircut. If she had a pineapple haircut and big earrings, then Cisco would have been like,
I think we can work something out here.
So she was Kate Olsen, basically,
yes.
with her 8 Jem'Hadar children.
Yes. And her Vorta plus 8. Now, this lady,
Ben and Kate plus 8.
yeah, this lady was fine as fuck. She needed, but where do they decide to put the earrings on her? Because her ears are so awkward because they kind of connect at like the middle of her cheekbone and then go all the way up.
Yeah.
I thought the earring placement was
They
odd.
would be like, she had to put them at the top, so it'd be like Mickey Mouse ears.
Yeah, because like I almost felt like the earrings were there so you could tell her like to make her more feminine, but she had her giant tits hanging out. So what do I need earrings for?
I didn't
There's
even
never
notice
too much
earrings.
feminine.
I was only looking at the tits.
Well, her earrings were just so awkwardly placed and just odd. I wonder if they had like a meeting about where to put the earrings. Like, should we put them more in the middle, maybe at the bottom?
I feel like they just got to makeup that day and just like, just put them wherever. Fuck it. Just slap them on. They tried them on her tits first.
Yeah,
They were like, pasties or something.
not really sure where to put these earrings though. Not on the boobs though, I don't think.
Yeah, they're really like in the middle of her ear.
It's really odd. Do you have a picture of her, Dennis?
Yeah, they're level with her eyes.
Yeah, like it's a really odd. I mean, it's like just put those anywhere. Her earrings are almost kind of distracting. And the fact that they're kind of dangly, they probably could have gone with more of like a stud or like a tight hoop up by the top of the ear, if that made sense, if they wanted to give her earrings, but it just looked odd.
Yeah.
I found myself distracted from her large bosom.
Honestly, like a Bajoran earring would have been better. Like one that just kind of lined the outer lobe.
I'm telling you, she's got a Marie Osmond vibe. I don't know what it is.
She does have some good lobes.
Yeah, she's got some good lobes.
Yeah.
And like the Vorta thing is just, I mean, because they look like regular humans, but they just have those really elongated, skinny ears.
They're like elves or something.
Yeah, like I would like to see like a bald like Vorta to see what is going on there.
It would probably look like, what was that alien from Babylon 5 that Billy Mooney played?
I never seen that show.
I don't know.
He had like the weird like
You definitely need Ben here for this conversation.
yeah.
I ain't never seen that show. I will say that the cool part about this episode is because once she meets with Kilana or whatever her name is, the Vorta, like they try to come to some agreement, but they both really just don't trust each other.
Yeah.
Then they attack the Jem'Hadar attack the ship, and that doesn't go well for anybody because everyone kind of takes casualties. And then they have another weird meeting where they're like, oh, we can't trust you. You attacked the ship, blah, blah, blah. Let us get that. I guess they just want something from the ship. They're like, hey, we just want to get on board and take something. We have something very valuable here. You can keep the ship. Just let us have what we want. And they still just don't trust each other. So Kilana and the Jem'Hadar just go on like a bombing mission. Like they just kind of bomb them.
They're trying to shell shock them.
Which I thought was really cool. Like that was a really cool effect. It gave it almost like a submarine movie vibe to it or something.
Yeah, like a World War I type of deal.
Yeah.
Sitting in the trenches.
Just get bombed.
Yeah.
And the bombing is clearly having its effect.
Especially on what's her name, Dax. And you would figure Dax has been in a lot of shit before.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would have been the last person I would expect to crack under the pressure.
She seemed like the first. She just started getting like really snippy right away.
I don't think she was the first one to crack. I think it was O'Brien wasn't O'Brien. O'Brien was bummed out about his friend being dead, right? Or
I thought he
dying.
was just being a little bitch as always. So
he was that way the whole episode, though.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, because I think the one thing we've
He had to walk a
here,
lot.
Yeah, is O'Brien doesn't like doing anything.
He's sober.
Like he doesn't want to be put out. Like he's okay with being in the Federation as long as it's convenient to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got to be on this ship. There's no replicators here. Like how did these guys they don't have anywhere to sleep? They don't have anyone to rest. Like we got to go to war. That's real tiring. I'm not going to get to sleep in my own bed. I got all my TV shows DVR.
It's like O'Brien is retired on active duty.
Yeah.
Like those guys just waiting out the clock until
he's like, I can't even access my Netflix on the computer machine. I don't know. I don't want to watch any of these shows that
Jem'Hadar Netflix.
Yeah, come on, man. Stupid.
First world space problems.
Yeah, it's just golly.
All they have is Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I don't even like any of the Amazon original programming.
I'm not going to watch Goliath.
I mean, it looks cool, and I like Billy Bob Thornton, but come on.
Why do I still have to rent stuff if I have the service?
I want to watch Stranger Things. I don't want to spend $2.99 to watch movies that I can watch for free on Netflix. This sucks, guys. War is just the worst. They don't even have the rest.
And why'd you take off Batman the Animated Series?
Gosh, it was so awesome. I was almost finished with the series, and then you guys took it off.
I was, for a while there, I was like, when I came home from work, I'll flip on the TV and put on Batman the Animated Series while I was, getting everything squared away.
It was good.
Yeah. It's distracting for the kids and everything.
Is Superman still on?
No, they took them both
Ah!
out. That was my back to back. I would do one episode of Batman, one episode of Superman.
I was watching more Superman because, like, I thought some of the adult themes of Batman the Animated Series were a little too much for Bobby at the time. So we were watching the Superman's cartoon.
Yeah. Man, Brainiac was so great in that show.
I think Batman. I think it was done well enough to where kids didn't really get the adult themes because I watched it when I was a kid and I didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah, but there's a
at the
difference
time.
between, like, Bobby's 5.
How old was I when I think I was 7 when it came on.
No, you're that young?
I'm 33. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize. I thought you were more of a
How old do you think I look, Bob?
I don't know, James. I don't fucking know.
Damn.
I know. Jeez
We're gonna
Louise.
fight.
You invite somebody on your podcasts. They slander Law and Order, and then they just fucking biographer, man. But yeah, I don't know. I just
Where are we in the episode?
we're moving along.
They're getting
I'm-
bombed.
Yeah, they're
They
getting
gotta-
bombed.
They got a bottle of Jack. They're getting bombed.
No, but yeah, because the one guy dies, and then or he's dying, and Worf gives him some shit like, "Why don't you just let him fucking die, man, with some honor?" And then O'Brien gets all like, "Fuck you, buddy," and then Worf gets all, "Fuck you, buddy."
Yeah.
And then what? Not Kira, but Dax makes like, "You guys are just a bunch of fucking pussy."
And this is the moment it happens. This is the moment that Avery Brooks goes full Cisco.
He's acting.
You guys are Starfleet officers. You don't act like this.
For a guy who doesn't have a lot of weight on him. Like, he's not heavy at all. Man, when he gets going, his jowls start bouncing all over the place. He looks like McGruff the crime dog almost. Like, his cheeks are just everywhere.
O'Brien, we need to get this ship working.
It's like, damn, dude.
Worf, go over there and stop being a dick.
Yeah, but I mean, Worf is right. I mean, this why are you lying to this guy? He's dead. Everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep
I was glad to see Worf finally grew a pair of balls.
Yeah. And Worf was just like, just let him die already. Jesus. Like,
Stop crying about it.
I know, stop being a bunch of bitches. Bitches get stitches, bro.
Go shoot him in the face and let him die with honor.
Just let him die.
Worf muttering under his breath.
Fucking mo wasted light, stupid ass, just be dead already.
Don't you let him hear you say that.
Don't you let him, that's my friend. And Worf is like, dude, I've been friends with you forever. Like, what
I
the
know.
fuck? Like, I knew you on the Enterprise.
I thought we were boys, man.
Yeah. I'm just telling it like it is, bro. I mean, sorry, I'm just keeping it real.
You thought wrong, bitch.
This is when keeping it real goes wrong. When you're trying to keep somebody's morale up, but they've been, I mean, this, come on. There's no medical on this ship. They have no medical supplies. Like, this guy's fucking good as dead. Why are you lying
They're
there?
from the Ivan Drago School of Shipbuilding.
Yeah.
Did they ever figure out why this guy is still just bleeding to death? You know,
Well,
they
it
said-
was
they
the
said-
weapon.
Like
The-
an anticoagulant in the
Yeah.
weapon.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he got, I don't even
They
think it
don't
was
know,
a,
though. They were
yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I mean, the best thing they could do
he
for
might
this
have been
guy,
hemophiliac.
the best thing they could do for this guy is find him some white and get him doped up and just let him die in peace.
That would have been
you know?
awesome.
Like, here you go, bro. Just take some Tetracell white and get fucking high as a motherfucker.
Just rub it in there.
Yeah, you gonna meet death head on, baby. Just high as a
Then,
kite.
then he turns into a Jemadar and starts fighting them.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
But if he would have been a changeling, like Jenny said, that'd have been even cooler because then O'Brien's like, I had a changeling in my midst and I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
We made love to each other and I didn't even know he shed my bunghole.
He lost his changeling virginity and he had no idea.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
But none of that. It'd have been like my summer, my German soldier, but with changelings and butt play.
I wondered how he filled me so completely.
It just kept expanding.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm really good at gaping, but it just kept filling it. Like, when is this going to stop? When is it going to stop filling up my anus? but he's not
I feel the
doing it.
pressure in my ears.
I can kind of taste it a little bit. This is weird. Why is it going way up there?
I mean, it feels good, so keep going. But
Yeah, I'm not
Just have
complaining.
questions.
Yeah, they just have so many erotic questions.
it's never been like this with Julian.
I mean, Julian's a gentle lover, but what he makes up for in filling my gaping anus is in conversation and romantic queries of my desires.
In that relationship, you think Julian's the top or bottom?
Bottom.
They probably don't. They probably just.
Brian's kind of soft. Like he might like to get pounded. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, O'Brien's Irish, and he's got like he's
probably got micro penis.
He's always talking about climbing mountains and having potato-based diets and stuff. He doesn't seem like that gentle of a person.
I'm gonna guess that they probably don't have. They might not engage in butt sex. They might just
make out a little bit.
Yeah, they just kind of kiss and tease, and then maybe they kind of
stroke a little.
Yeah, and then they kiss each other's penises, or they just watch each other stroke, so it's not gay.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes.
Where's Jenny going? Is she going to rub one out? Hey, there's Ben. Weird.
No, that's Kolchak.
Speaking of rubbing one out,
Ben, are you here? Ben shows up at the gayest part of the show.
Yeah, I know.
Like a dog whistle.
Gaydar went off.
Hey, look!
yay!
We see your couch and your beautiful pillows.
Yes. Are we on your TV?
Those are some nice pillows.
Where's Ben?
Why is it so panned out? What are we about to see?
I don't know. Suspense is killing me.
Ben's going to do like the Tom Cruise old-time rock and roll, the white t-shirt on. Just take those old records off the shelf. Ben sits and listens to them by himself.
Today, Star Trek just ain't got the same soul. I don't understand. Where's Ben?
I don't understand either.
Oh,
There I saw his
something.
hand. Or his dong.
What?
Maybe both.
Or his hand holding his dong.
It just came into frame.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Show us more. Show us more.
Yeah, there's his hand.
He's been drinking some wine.
Does he know that he's on?
I don't think he does.
Because if he
This
does,
is weird.
The government.
We
just
shake
turned on
enough?
his
Can we
computer
move his camera around?
all I see is like a goblet of a glass of wine next to a lamp. I feel like Ben set up a cam show for somebody and he actually got the wrong. Hello. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying my glass of wine. No.
Is that
$5
his
more,
blood
I'll take my shirt.
wine?
Oh, I didn't hear you come in.
Would you care for a Chardonnay?
Some sherry, perhaps.
Turns into the Continental with
Oh, that was the best sketch. Do they still do that with Walken?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it in years.
And you think they would do it more now because he's almost become like a caricature of himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Christopher Walken really isn't a serious actor anymore. Now he's just that guy.
Yeah.
You realize we're probably watching Ben watch CBS at this point.
Yeah.
You know he's watching Bull.
What can we do?
I was gonna say what night is it? What's on tonight?
Today's Tuesday. I'm not sure of the CBS lineup, but it is. I mean, we got about 15 minutes before local news. Isn't it CSI or NCIS New Orleans with Ludacris? Because I can turn off his camera, but I really just don't want to. Like I have access to it.
I'm a little scared to see what's going to happen. Like if he really doesn't know that he's on camera.
What if he's just nude?
It's such an invasion of
Where's his
privacy. Oh my God!
You got him. Now I see a shadow. There he is. Hey Ben.
Please tell me he knows he's on.
He knows now.
Getting set up.
Hello?
She doesn't look happy to
Hello.
see us.
No, it doesn't. We
Oh, we
hear
can't hear you, Ben. Hello?
you. It might be your Zoom settings.
Dennis is like the expert now because
That's
his
right.
didn't work for like a week, so now he's got it all figured out.
Yeah, you hit the little arrow next to the microphone.
All right, calm down, Ben. Calm down.
Select the microphone.
The Red Sox are winning 5-2 in the bottom of the sixth right now.
What sport is that? Basketball?
I believe it's cricket.
Okay.
Cricket.
That's why Ben showed up.
They have 350 wickets.
On the first test day,
Apparently, England did really well on their tour of Sri Lanka because I listen to Talk Sport all the time. Today didn't go so well, but the other days went really good.
Is FC Cincinnati Major League yet, or is that next year?
That's next year. It'll be Major League Soccer.
I'll start caring when it's Major League.
You probably won't. If you don't care now, you're not going to care because it's just going to be more expensive to watch.
I'll care about as much as I do about the Reds and the Bengals.
There you go. Benjamin?
Ben, hello.
There you go. I hear you a little
I heard
bit.
something.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Continue. The Holy Roman Empire. It was neither holy nor Roman. Discuss.
Ben's having a night. He just finally got working it. This is so much fun.
The wild card.
Ben's really like, he's O'Brien. He's like
Jay,
the O'Brien of
how are
his
you not in
podcast.
a relationship with Ben anymore?
I tell you, Ben's the O'Brien. He's been put out. He's like, this is a giant inconvenience for me. I just want, I just want to watch my shows and drink my wine, guys. I want to watch Bull. It's a really good episode tonight. It's a special episode of Bull. I gotta see.
Hope he's not missing Magnum because of this.
No, that was last night. I saw him posting about that last night.
Yeah.
What's on CBS right now?
Ben, what's on CBS
Schedule.
right now?
I'm on the schedule. Right today is NCIS New Orleans. Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah. With Captain
Tomorrow is Survivor from 8 to 9. 9
still on?
Yeah, at 9 o'clock is SEAL Team, which would be a lot cooler if it was a show actually about SEALs, like circus SEALs, and like they have it.
Like right after they killed Bin Laden, I remember seeing something that like Disney copyrighted the name SEAL Team 6.
I don't know.
And somebody made like a graphic of like military SEALs and like the Disney style
They
cartoon.
should call it SEAL Team SEAL.
Yeah,
That would be a lot better.
Team
and
SEAL
have
SEAL.
the singer SEAL show
Yes.
up.
Yes, he's the leader. He's the
And he's
commander. Of SEAL Team
training,
SEAL.
and he's training SEAls.
Yeah. How to sing.
Yes. And they're and the SEAL is teaching the SEALs how to sing, and the SEAls are teaching SEAL how to love.
Exactly.
And that's the shit.
This is how it's all
Occasionally,
broken.
they go on secret missions to take out terrorists.
Yes, and then after a SEAL Team is Criminal Minds on Wednesday. Then Thursday's their comedy lineup: Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon, Mom, Murphy Brown, and SWAT. Friday night is MacGyver, Hawaii Five-0, and Blue Bloods. And then Saturday, college football, Notre Dame versus Navy. That'll be a big one. And then God Friended Me, which sounds awful.
That's Sunday nights after 60 Minutes.
Now is
How's
God Friended?
that show, Ben?
I haven't checked that out yet because it's Sunday nights, and I'm usually wound up from watching the sports ball game that afternoon. And
And now is God Friend Me like? Is that like the modern Touched by an Angel? Or
that's a helper. We discussed this at work the other day. A lot of shows are the helper of the week show.
okay,
Where, like, think back to The Fugitive, think back to The Incredible Hulk,
Quantum Leap.
where each week your star is into the situation.
wait, the guy from the Jersey Shore?
Yes,
Going to jail.
you
for
get
tax
right up,
evasion.
get right up in that mess, and then
They're all DTF.
you help somebody.
All right,
So
so
no,
it's,
and then
help,
each
baby.
week you go, you help and help and help, and every week you're in a different location, different
You
situation.
help with the gin and the tanning and the laundry.
so it's kind of like Highway to Heaven meets
Kinda.
Jersey Shore. All
Except this one, the guy, I guess God friends him on Facebook, and then
Thanks, Dennis.
he gets missions each week. So it's like, this week the person wasn't even on Facebook. So it was like, oh, go to this gallery.
I just like how Ben is like, kinda.
Because I would
Stairway to Heaven beats Jersey Shore.
I would totally watch Highway to Heaven, Jersey Shore. Like
with Pauly D. Pauly D is a fallen angel.
And what happens is he helps you get ripped, get drunk, and get laid, and that's the whole show.
Yeah,
he helps you get abs and stuff and tan.
See, I will say,
eventually Vinny's family shows up and spaghetti and meatballs.
My CBS lineup is just Monday nights with Magnum PI and Bull.
Okay.
And then I kick over to the DVR to watch that night's episode of Manifest.
Manifest looks cool, but you don't watch that FBI show there because that's Jeremy Sisso and that's Dick Wolf.
I've got all the FBI's DVR'd so far, and I'm going to start that since I don't have the kids this weekend. That'll be my catch-up weekend.
God, Dick Wolf is like 1,000 years old.
But then the show that you need to be watching, I finally got around to catching it on the DVR last night. Tuesdays on ABC.
Uh-huh.
The Rookie.
I ain't watching that. You know what?
You just like it because your boyfriend's on it.
Exactly.
I got to tell you, I don't get the James Filion thing. Like, I know that I might be ostracized from the nerd community as a whole, but I just don't get it. Like, I just don't.
Well, see, here's the thing, though.
It's all the love that comes from
Firefly.
Yeah.
I think this show now is surfing on the popularity from Castle and some residual Firefly.
Yeah, exactly. It's all Firefly follow-on.
Firefly drove me to Castle, which turned out to be a great show. And this show is less humor than Castle, but not like, gritty rip from the headlines, Law and Order.
So it's like Magnum PI. Like his career is just kind of on like a William Shatner trajectory.
Well, yeah, this is his TJ Castle.
Okay.
So
I like him. I just don't like any of the stuff that he's been in. To be
there's a joke.
Like,
that's very hard to do.
Yeah.
I loved Castle. I loved Firefly. So.
What was that show he did where he was the driver or something before Castle? He had a
Backseat Millionaire. What was it called? Taxi Millionaire.
Yeah, it was some kind of like Fast and the Furious style. Like, I think it might have been called Drive.
Fast Lane.
No, I don't know.
The Drift.
You're just pitching names now.
Essentially,
Driving Miss Daisy.
Driving Miss Daisy. He was Miss Daisy.
Not in the fast lane.
Insert Eagle song here.
Yeah.
Hotel California.
Let's see. He started with
Tequila Sunrise.
New York Minute.
In a New York. Is that a Don Henley tune now? Isn't that a Don Henley tune?
Well, I know it's on the Eagles, like the greatest hits album that was around in 2001 because it was one of the only CDs we had on my deployment after 9/11.
God, that sounds awful.
So
that sounds worse than 9/11.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
In a New York Minute. Ooh. Johnny Come Lately was the name of the show.
Yeah.
It's about a guy named Johnny who just kept coming.
Wait.
But he kept coming lately. Like he kept coming late. It says it's an Eagle song. Okay.
New York waves and waves of come.
Yes, waves and waves.
Because this is Don Henley.
He sings on it, but
yeah.
Was he wearing a Henley style shirt while he was on this show?
I don't know. I tell you what though, if anyone deserves a giant punch in the fucking face, it's Don Henley. Like, if I win the lottery tonight, $1.6 billion, I will give a sizable amount of that.
1.5 billion of it you'll give to Don Henley to punch.
No. I need money for my kids and my,
You still have $100 million.
Dudes, my kids. I would give a sizable amount to a charity of Don Henley's choice if he would let me just fucking punch him one right in the schnozzle.
I would love to see that.
I
don't even know what a Don Henley is.
Exactly. He sings, "This is the end of the innocence." Like, here's the thing about
all she wants to do is dance.
Here's the thing about the Eagles, right? The Eagles get a lot of shit. Everybody hates the Eagles. I think a lot of that has to do with the Big Lebowski because that was the thing Jeff Lebowski was not into. But I also think all the Don Henley Eagle songs are fucking terrible.
Yeah, but
that's like your opinion. It's also because it's everybody's dad's favorite. everybody hates their dad's favorite band, and the Eagles were a lot of people's dad's favorite band.
Yeah, I could see that.
Not my dad.
Your dad was into Ike and Tina Turner.
Hell yeah, Motown, baby.
Or that movie they play, or that music they play at the
My
Japanese
dad listened to
restaurant.
good music.
Your dad listened to that music. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
Yeah, my dad listened to country. My mother listened to the Doors.
And the water running.
Yeah.
It's a very tranquil place. It's like a sushi restaurant.
Yeah, that's what Dennis's household.
Yeah. We just listen to the Japanese national anthem all day long.
I've never even heard that.
Ding dong, ding dong,
That
ding
is-
dong, ding.
When you're standing at attention in the morning, that is the longest goddamn national anthem.
No, it's not.
It is, because they stretch that shit out because both countries want theirs to be the longest. And so when the flags go up, the host nation and ours on base, they have to play both the anthems. And they play like the extended cut of both of them.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're just like, no, this is some national
The
pride
Whitney,
here.
Whitney Houston version of the Star Spangled Banner.
I'm saving all my love is the Japanese national anthem. Yes, I'm saving all my
Actually, Stairway to Heaven.
love. Oh, dude, that was really good. I could have, yeah. Yes, I'm saving all my loving. Saving.
That's what I'm going to do with my $1.6 billion. I'm going to buy a country, and the national anthem's going to be Saving All My Love.
Can I move there? I want to live there.
Can we all move there, Dennis? Will it be a tax haven?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
That'll be our leading industry. Tax
haven.
shelters.
Tax havenry.
That'll be the name of the country. Welcome to Tax Haven.
People come out singing at the airport, tax haven, welcome.
Yeah. And then everybody gets to punch Don Henley. And if Don Henley's like, no, I don't
He
think that's a
greets
good idea.
everybody when they get off the plane. If
Yeah.
you want to punch him, you can. You
And
don't
then
have to.
Don Henley he'll be all like, I don't want you guys to punch me. Like, what do you got against 6 kids, Don Henley, huh? You got something against fucking kids with cancer, you dickhead? I knew it, Don Henley. You're a real asshole. Then you can guilt him into punching him in the fucking face.
Is that a real thing? Did he do something against?
I don't know, man. I'm just making shit up. I'm just
Okay.
slandering his good name at this point. Fuck him.
Like, I don't know why people hate Don Henley. Is it because was he like the reason why the Eagles wouldn't get back together?
I don't know.
Like him and Joe Walsh and Glenn Fry couldn't get along.
I don't know. I like if you listen to the Eagles stuff, the Glenn Fry stuff is better. But it's the Don Henley stuff sucks.
I think
I think
regardless
you
of whose
just-
fault it is, can we just blame Don Henley anyway?
Yeah.
I think you just like Smuggler's Blues that much that you want to give Glenn Fry more credit.
Dude, I love some
That is a good song.
You belong to the city, bro.
Glenn Fry had some bangers.
I've never heard anyone put those words together unless Don Henley was in like Great Britain eating bangers and mash. That's the only way I could possibly imagine those words together.
Yeah.
Don Henley had bangers and mash.
I'm sure he did.
Good
at some
mashy
point.
piece.
It's a politics of contraband. God rest his soul, Don Henley. They took the wrong eagle.
Like, how is Joe Walsh still alive?
Yeah, because I mean, after a
That
while,
guy's looked awful for like 30 years.
Well,
But I mean-
life's been good to him.
yeah.
He's got the same preservation that
Keith
what's his
Richards
name?
has.
Yeah, Keith Richards has. Steady diet of drugs and alcohol.
Like Hotel California. That's not his. Is that his song? I thought that was Don Henley's. Take It Easy is his song. New Kid in Town, I believe. I like Glenn Fry's better. I'm not a big fan of Don Henley. Don Henley can suck it.
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
a big
yeah.
Sunset Grill fan.
Fuck that guy. Boys of Summer. All she wants to do is dance. Terrible. Just fucking terrible. Let's go through the list.
You like Boys of Summer when you were younger.
No, I did. No, because I
If you
remember
didn't know it was Don Henley, you would have liked it.
my parents used to listen to. I always fucking hated the Eagles, man. Because my dad, Dirty Laundry.
Wait, so your dad did like the Eagles?
My dad loved the fucking Eagles.
There-
My dad really
My
had
theory's proven.
music. I completely agree with your theory.
Yeah.
Because my dad liked the Eagles. My dad loved Billy Joel. I fucking hate Billy Joel.
In the middle of the night. Do you love that song?
My dad liked James. My dad loved James Taylor.
I always get Billy Joel and Joel Gray mixed up in my head until
Who's Joel Gray?
He's an actor. He was on Star Trek a couple of times, but
Damn it.
well, no, Joel Gray. He's in a lot more than Star
What's
Trek.
Star
he was
Trek.
He was on Star Trek because he was popular before Star Trek, and currently he's
Is it
doing
Jennifer Grey's brother?
Father.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you just making shit up?
No.
He was in Remo Williams.
He was the.
God, you know you're old if you were in Remo Williams.
Well, Catherine Janeway was in Remo Williams with him. Kate Mulgrew.
Not a good-looking man.
No, especially when he's doing latex
that.
applications to be a Chinese man or a Japanese. He's Asian in that movie.
He was in Choke. I didn't even know they made a movie about Choke. Oh, that's
That was the Yankees season-ending game.
no. That was the Chuck Palahniuk, however you pronounce his name, the Fight Club guy. His one of his other books. Huh. I didn't even know that.
I am Ben's lack of surprise.
Yeah, but he's an ugly dude. This guy.
Yeah, Jennifer took after her mother more.
Yeah.
He was in Voyager. That's probably why I don't know him. Fuck that shit. He was on the $10,000 pyramid. Dun, 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 dun. He played against Peggy Cat.
That's a great theme song.
It is. I remember it too from the Dr. Dre album, The Chronic.
Yeah.
The 20 sack pyramid.
Yeah.
Cheeseburgers. So where are we here? Kind of wrapping.
I was about to say I've got to bow out of this one for the rest of the night.
Your curfew streetlights are on, bro.
Yeah. My pregnant wife is pulling on the leash.
All right. Well, James, before you leave, what do you want to give the episode?
I'll give the episode a 7.5.
All right. James time.
Yep.
What?
Thanks for having me back on. I probably won't bother you guys again until Voyager starts.
No, don't say that. We can't wrap up by 11 though. It's hard. It gets hard.
No, I know.
Yeah.
She's
It's hard right now.
She's being needy.
All right. Well, go take care of your pregnant wife.
Yes.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Later.
Good night.
Feel free to say bad things about me. I'll hear them all on Thursday.
Sounds good, buddy. We will. Later, Gator.
See ya.
All right. Never had anybody actually leave the podcast before. That was weird.
He's gone. He left.
Did anybody else smell lavender while he was here?
Dun, 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 dun. That just might be you. I didn't smell any lavender. I don't get it, but now I want to know.
That's the Star Trek thing. O'Brien, to fuck with Worf, he's like, yeah, just anytime he walks into the room, just, does anybody else smell lavender? No, it's lilacs. That was it. Lilacs.
Okay, all right.
He was one of those
I would have
elbows.
gotten it if you said lilacs.
Oh, yeah.
Way to
You could
go,
have just let
Ben.
it go. You could have just let it go. Like, we would have just got the joke. It's fine.
I can't, no, because there's going to be somebody out there listening on.
Well, Ben, the joke is actually...
Yeah, Mr. Trekspert doesn't really know that much about the Treks anymore, does it? I guess that stroke took out a lot more than we thought.
Poser alert going off.
And I spell poser the French way.
Does anybody actually still listen to this podcast for accuracy?
I'd like to think we're accurate in our own
I mean, we
sense.
do our best.
We're grounded in accuracy.
We're internally accurate.
We're not tortured by the need to be accurate on stuff.
Yes, like
We're not married to continuity,
exactly. Like we
except
don't,
our own.
we're not using canon as a crutch.
Continuity is just like our side piece.
Yeah, like we're more about entertainment and Law and Order right now.
That's true.
Right now, at least.
There's some soccer in that too.
Yeah, I mean, but see, the thing is, like, I'm so excited. I've always loved Law and Order. Like, it's a thing that I've always really enjoyed, and I didn't know anyone that I could really share it with outside of my family. And now that Jenny likes it and watches it all the time, now it's like the floodgates have opened.
Well, who doesn't like Law and Order though? I mean, that's kind of just like a.
It's not like it was the hippest show to watch back in the day.
It was
It took
kind
me
of
a long time to get into it. Like,
It's a grown-up show.
the show's been off for several years at the point that I even started watching it.
Yeah, the show's been off since like 2008 or some shit like that.
I mean, I watch a lot of it on travel, and maybe that's why, just because I'm stuck in hotels a lot.
I just usually don't like that kind of show, and I finally just put it on and just picked random episodes and
you can go into any episode.
Yeah.
I think at some point everybody gets to a point in their life where they just need like that comfort food of TV.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Law and Order is. Like, it's not going to challenge you. It's just kind of there. It's put in the story. It's entertaining.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's well written. It's well acted. Because I mean, like, I don't know. I just really enjoy it.
I think some of it is because I watched it at home with my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be why I'm digging the CBS stuff too. You get that nostalgia thing going on, and then you just you fall into that comfort, like you were saying about the comfort food. It reminds you of home. And the time my grandma killed a man in Nam.
What? Your grandmother killed a man in that's a very odd sentence.
1987.
Yeah.
That was the problem. It was 1987, and we had to get the fuck out of there real quick. Set back some trade negotiations for about a decade.
Well, you know what, man? I mean, they don't have anything we want.
Some great shrimp down there.
All right, so we finally figure out why Kalana, or whatever her name is, wants the ship, because there's a changeling on there, and the changeling screams and dies, and everybody knows.
Yep.
So all the Jem'Hadar soldiers kill themselves, and she comes in and she's like, "Hey, man, what the fuck, bro?
Could you just let us come in and check everything out and just steal whatever we want and just act like that was the thing that we were coming in here for to begin with?"
Yeah,
but no.
And then O'Brien's all like, not O'Brien, but Cisco's like, "We good to just trust each other." It's very emotional.
Yeah. I felt emotion when
This is a very friendly war.
For now.
No, I know. I'm just saying it is.
Even now, though, it's friendly, but it's unfriendly. It's like there's all this. It's like World War I at the beginning.
Yeah.
Where we're trying to kill each other and everything, and there's trench warfare, and people are getting amputated and legs and shit from trench foot or whatever. But then it's like, oh, it's Christmas. Let's all go sing Silent Night together.
Let's go play football together.
Yeah. And break's over. All right, back to killing each other.
Yeah, it's very like the combatants seem very friendly to each other. But then Captain Tits leaves because she takes some pieces of the changeling. And
she's gonna make polymorph juice with it. I recognize that little vial from.
That's a vibrator.
That's what I thought too.
She's gonna put it in a chachi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long flight back to Dominion space.
Gotta
All
get
by
my
herself.
Gotta get my freak on.
That's right.
You know, I completely forgot. I wanted to say that her whole styling, like, it was really weird for DS9. Like, her makeup was weird, her hair was weird, and it finally hit me that she looks like somebody from the original series basically did her entire outfit. Like, her makeup, her costume, everything looks like original series.
I could see
She
that.
had like a beehive thing going on.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if
she threw me off.
Did she get all gussied up because she knew Cisco was there and she was going to try to seduce him?
Oh, maybe.
I think the Vorta they have a certain style about them.
Yeah, she was definitely giving Cisco some bedroom eyes.
She wants his Deep Space Nine.
That's what I'm saying. If she would have wore the hoop earrings and fucking pineapple cut, Cisco would have been like, "Oh, this white girl likes some fucking BBC.
She likes the dark meat.
She likes BBC. Is that your viewpoint, sir?
You watch Star Trek on BBC?
No. I mean, big black cock.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I just watched that like over the weekend. That movie's freaking amazing. It's on Netflix now.
It is. I know.
Made me so happy. I didn't have to.
I hear
get
a lot
up
of people say it doesn't hold up because of the N-word and everything.
Oh,
but
bullshit.
Like, it's still funny.
No, we still use the N-word.
Yeah, exactly. What do you
If
think
anything,
happened?
we use it more than ever now. I think it might be lost. The message is going to be lost.
Like, especially in that context, it's not. They're not just throwing it around. They're like making a point of, hey, these people are fucking racist.
Yeah.
Like, and they're making it's at the people who use its expense.
Yes.
You know. So I don't know.
It's like this week's Doctor Who. I mean, they're in 1955 Alabama, and I was like,
Yikes.
okay, that was a touch uncomfortable.
How is the new Doctor Who so far? How's the new Doctor?
I've only watched 2 episodes. She's 8.
She's all right?
Dennis, you okay?
They went off the cliff this week.
Oh,
It got bad already?
It's not the same show anymore. I don't know what they're doing.
well, it's Chris Chibney or Chimbal.
Is the showrunner?
Yeah, he goes for the more serious episodes.
I guess so. I don't know.
He doesn't do as much humor as the other guys did.
People seem to like it. That's good. Good for them.
I like the companions better than the new Doctor. Like the new Doctor to me, like she almost feels like she's kind of mimicking Matt Smith a little bit too much to me. Her personality isn't.
I've heard people say that she's
enough.
mimicking David Tennant. So like
It's like a cross between the two, basically.
yeah, like
She
she didn't have her own original take on the Doctor.
So she was on Broadchurch with David Tennant, and that was written by the guy who's the showrunner now
Okay.
of Doctor Who. So if you watch Broadchurch, this is what Doctor Who's now. But
Her personality just seems kind of dry to me.
now,
She
don't
is
you like the
English. She is
companions?
English, to be fair.
See, it doesn't help. Like the pacing of the show is off. The stories aren't like the typical quirky Doctor Who stories.
Well, you
They're
can't-
a little bit.
It makes it hard for her to have like a standout personality. I think. I don't know.
I'm kind of hoping that they do throw in some lighter stories because I mean I like the serious stories, but I think like we've talked about with DS9, like sometimes after like a couple of heavy episodes, you need something lighter, kind of more of a filler episode just to take a breath.
Yeah.
So.
I think that you only like the companions better because UK Lenny Briscoe is one of the companions.
What?
It's true.
I loved Law and Order UK.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, I was watching it and I was like, God, he looks so familiar. I'm going to freaking kick myself when I figure out who this is. And he's the, I can't remember the actor's name. Bradley Walsh.
Mhm.
That sounds British.
Yeah. So he was basically the UK Lenny Briscoe.
I thought that the British version of Law and Order was pretty awesome.
Yeah. I actually, before I watched the American version, I watched several seasons of that. So.
Wasn't that
was my
one
gateway.
the one companion? What's her name?
Not Rose.
No,
the new one?
her last name was Jones. I can't fucking remember her name. The black one.
Yeah,
Martha.
not
Martha.
Rose.
Yeah.
Not Rose.
Yeah. Exactly. Not Rose.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wasn't she on Law and Order?
Yes.
Yes.
She
And,
was.
the Fifth Doctor was the DA.
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Mhm. Or whatever the hell they call it there.
The
English.
barrister.
Yeah.
That bitch ass lawyer with the wig.
Her Majesty's barrister.
The bitch ass lawyer.
I forgot that they all wear wigs. That's the best part of that freaking show.
Can you imagine Tom?
That's also going to be required in tax haven.
Yeah. All right.
Any official business, you have to wear a powdered wig.
Okay, I'm down with
100%
that.
moving.
I'm totally
If you
cool
go
with
to
that.
DMV, you better have your powdered wig or you're not getting through the door.
But can you imagine McCoy on our Law and Order in court with the
that'd be
wig?
great.
I love McCoy.
That'd be great. I'm down.
All right, let's
I don't
do it. Tax haven.
It's pretty great that they have to cosplay to go to court.
Hang on. Ah, shit, I need a robe. Somebody go get me the tablecloth from the lunchroom.
Yeah.
It's got little butterflies on it. Whatever.
Who cares? Nobody will notice. They do fuck them.
Right.
Right, go burn the bloody.
We're in the bloody court.
I don't understand it. You don't love my robe. I got it at the robe store.
Roast. It's right next to the courthouse.
It's right next to the courthouse, just in case people forget their robes. That's what they had my size.
This one's a rattle.
It's a real robe, and don't get me started.
You could have gone with your Gryffindor robes, but you went with that one.
I was in a pinch. I needed a robe. I didn't hear you let me borrow one of yours. Mr. Criticize everyone's robes.
You bloody cunt.
You bloody wagger.
Who said cunt?
Dennis.
No, that was some British person.
That wasn't.
It was some British
He said it in an accent. It doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't get. You guys can't. Come on.
I mean, usually I expect either me
This
or
is a safe space when we use an accent.
Oh, bloody hell!
I was choked. I mean, it's like, whoa. That did not sound like Jenny's voice.
Oh, bloody hell! All right,
The gun's in the door.
the gun's in the door.
I wish he'd talk like that.
Gun's in the door.
Alice, what are you doing, Alice?
Alice, I don't understand what you're doing out here, Alice. Right. I'm black and handsome.
That show someday.
I'm telling you, Luther's great, but if he just had a gun, 85% of the episode would be over. Like, because he would just shoot motherfuckers, and that would be it. Like, he never has a weapon on him.
You
So,
wouldn't
like,
have to drop some guy from the catwalk.
yeah, he would just shoot him.
Yeah.
It would be
I think
much
that's
easier.
the only thing I ever saw was him drop the dude from the catwalk. And
Justin would still be alive.
You know, my job would be a lot easier if I had a pistola. If I got me one of those things that shoot projectiles out of it from a firing mechanism. Yeah. But anyway, so everything works out.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Trust the enemy.
Yeah, you know, even though we're at war, we should be a little more trusting.
Yeah. And, you know, like, Cisco's like, oh, all these people died because we didn't trust them. It's like, to be fair, the Jemadar showed up guns a-blazing. Like, they killed half of the people that were going to die anyway.
Well, they blew up the runabout. And then the
Yes.
other thing is, why the fuck did you bring a runabout on this mission?
And to be, well, because they were like 13, they said they were at least 3 weeks away from Dominion space or something like that, right?
I'm sorry. You don't bring a knife to a gun.
Yeah, anytime they go to the Gamma Quadrant, they should be rolling
Yes.
in that defiance.
And to be fair, I mean, the whole war is kind of based on changelings taking people and replacing them with changelings. So it's all kind of built on not trusting each other almost. Like,
Yeah.
who do you trust in the Federation? Who's a changeling and who's not? So the whole foundation of this thing is kind of built on the idea of lack of trust. So, but whatever. It was, I enjoyed the episode. I'm going to agree with James Thomas. I thought it was a 7.5. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. They had some
I
cool.
enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was that good. Like, I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Hey, dude, you're good. I deserve to get cut off.
I'm going to let you finish.
Dennis?
I thought it was an 8. I thought it was pretty good.
Okay, all right. An 8?
And,
Wow.
you know, like, the whole thing with everybody getting their nerves frayed and everything in the combat situation, like, some of that, I mean, obviously, I was never under fire or anything like that, but I've been in stressful situations in combat where I was kind of like the team leader and had to keep everybody together. And so a lot of that where Cisco was, you know, making sure everybody stayed on task and stuff, it brought back some memories, dude.
You're having flashbacks, bro.
Hell yeah.
All right.
So it was cool. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
I like the ending. When the two warriors meet back up. And
Yeah.
finally, you know, kind of have that common ground of, I don't know, sitting with the dead.
Yeah, I thought that part was cool too when he
I
says
just
to
wish that actual predators would have been coming to try and
to protect the
Yeah.
body from predators so the spirit can enter into Stovall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, man, like, whatever religion Klingons do, I want in. Because
They
it's
probably believe in predators, like
it's so
the predator.
like all of the Klingon mythology and like the religion based around said mythology is so just fucking awesomely badass. Whatever that is, I want in. I gotta find out. Let's find some text, some holy text that I can convert to Klingon.
Reading from the first book of Kalis, the 4th chapter, 2nd verse.
I love like the idea that they killed all
Will
the,
he slow his enemy on the field of strife?
they killed their own gods because they weren't doing anything for them, and like just all this. It's just so great.
Right there, when you base your religion on, that's your starting point.
I'm in.
Yeah, we had gods.
It's kind of like Greek mythology, you know, like the Greek gods basically took over from the Titans.
Well, yeah, but this was the common
Denzel
man.
made sure that nobody forgot about him.
Yeah, this is just regular dudes. And then fucking Kalis makes a super weapon out of a lock of his hair by dipping it into a fucking lake of lava. That shit's badass. Like, I'm down for that. Like, let's do it.
Like, I'm pretty sure, if you go to church, you sing hymns or whatever, I'm pretty sure they're singing like metal.
Yeah. Fucking black
Speed metal.
metal stoma core shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ramming speed is.
I'm in. Like, I love Klingon.
What was your score, Ben? I don't think you said.
I think I will say 8.
All right.
It was there were a couple of scenes that were kind of difficult to watch, but and I remembered what was coming, so seeing all of the palling around with Munez.
Yeah, totally tacked on.
Having,
You missed it. Like, we pretty much all saw it coming from the beginning. It's like, oh, that guy's.
Well, no, but he's been in like 3 episodes.
Yeah, but again, though, they do such a great job of developing characters that, like, I forgot I had seen this guy before until I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't just make, like, Eddington didn't just become a traitor one day. Like, they kind of built up his character a little bit, built some tension with some of the other characters on the crew, and then he's like,
this guy had a one-way ticket to Dead Town. Like, they just fucking grooved that fastball right in there.
I mean, I knew, though, Science Officer was dead when, you've got 3 characters. You've got Munez, and then you've got strange latex mask person.
Yeah, strange. Yeah, that guy got no shot.
Like, you can't even talk in that mask.
Yeah, and like, why bother making the mask if he's just going to be seen for like 2 seconds and then
and his
dead?
uniform doesn't quite fit. It's like,
Yeah.
they didn't size you, buddy.
Yeah.
Toast.
You dead, motherfucker.
You're not even making it to the second commercial break.
Yeah, you're not even getting, like, your name's coming after the credits, not even in the beginning of the show. Did you get
on IMDb? It's going to say Science Officer uncredited.
Dead.
You gotta pay for pro status to get your picture on there.
And that's gotta suck too, because I mean, like, think about it. You call your mom, you're like, oh my God, Mom, it's finally working out. I moved out here from Iowa and I'm getting my first gig. I'm gonna be in an episode of Deep Space Nine. That's amazing. What are you playing? I'm playing a science officer. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm gonna tell all my friends.
What channel is it on?
It's on channel 13. It's 7 o'clock on Saturday. And Mom gets all the friends together and they all meet. They all meet at the holy worship place, and the whole town's there to watch it, and everybody has pizza, and there's like a fucking parade planned. And here you are wearing some big blue mask and get killed in 2 seconds. Like,
which one were you?
What the fuck?
Don't blink, Mom.
That didn't look like you, honey, with your I know your bosoms aren't that big. Did you get a procedure while you were out there? Were you the girl with the funny ears and the earrings?
Now, was you the one on the catfish on the ship, or was you the catfish on the planet?
I don't think
they look alike, honey.
I know you're a talented actor, but I don't remember you being a Puerto Rican fella, honey.
Just know you can always come home.
Were you Enrique? You can come back and teach drama at the community center. Maybe at the college that they're building up the street, at the trade school. They need a phone operator. You can use your reading skills to read the scripts when people call. So I'm so proud of you, honey. Yes, I'll send you $500. That's okay. Sure. So.
Which weird though, like, because on the Wikipedia page they had the name of the Benzite chick who was on the ship, and I was like, why would they even have her name in there? She's barely in the episode. But I guess she shows up again later.
Who? Caitlin? No. Hillary Shepard? Hoya?
Yeah.
Bulldogging like them Georgetown Hoyas. Who cares?
Yeah, she was wearing an Allen Iverson jersey on. Alonzo Mourning.
Shit on them.
Patrick Ewing.
Shit on them. Fucking Thompson glasses.
Yeah, she had a towel.
Like John Thompson. Yep.
Yeah. Man, how many people got that joke?
That's a Big East joke. Yes.
1980s Big East basketball joke.
Lou Carnesecca.
I was curious what sport it was.
It's basketball. All right, everybody. Well, that was the episode. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you to James Thomas, who had to dip out because his wife had to take care of his pregnant wife.
We all know how that is.
Yes, we all do, except Jenny, who's never had a
He
pregnant
knows
wife.
how being a pregnant woman.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, but I didn't have anybody to, take care of me.
All right, Jenny.
Yank the leash around.
Getting a little too
I'm
personal.
just being old and bitter. Fuck off.
Jenny, don't reveal too many personal details because that's how people end up dead on DS9.
Yeah.
And Law and Order.
Somebody's going to come shoot you in the belly.
No, I think you know what though? Jenny's an established
She's a
character.
She's a main.
Yeah, she's not. You're not getting rid of her. If you get rid of her, they'll riot.
Yeah.
They'll riot.
I won't do the show anymore.
I mean, neither. I'll quit. Just looking for an excuse. All right, everybody. Well, that's the episode. Thank you very much for listening. You guys are just the best, and we'll be back next week.